Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill for Sports Choice Plus, and I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now so you can get all the updates each and every time we have breakdowns here at Sports Choice Plus. Without further ado, let's get right into the action. We just saw earlier today, basically the Baltimore Ravens go down into the hands of the Pittsburgh Steelers in a Wednesday game. And you're seeing just exactly where this Baltimore Ravens team is right now. It's not in a good place. A lot of their players did not play due to them ending up, you know why they're on that list. Basically, they had an outbreak at their facility. A lot of players caught it. Some players didn't. So they put whatever players they had available out there to play. When you're looking at the Baltimore Ravens in this season, it's a very disappointing season. Coming in, there was high expectation that not only this offense would grow, but the team would grow as well. What we've seen is the defense carry this team for the most part, the better half of the football year this season. When you're looking at Lamar Jackson and where he is as a quarterback, you could blame the offensive coordinators, you could blame the play calling. He is not getting the job done on the field. Whatever the case is, whatever it is, he's not getting the job done through the air and making it happen. And as a quarterback, you have to step up and you have to do whatever you have to do to win the football games. If you're Coach Harbaugh, at this point, you're in danger of possibly missing the playoffs because you're not going to get the AFC North title. You're not going to beat the Steelers out for that. So you're looking at a playoff wild card, basically. And you're saying to yourself, a lot of these teams that are you're coming up and they're 8-3 or they're 7-4, they have the leg up on you if you're right now the Baltimore Ravens. So you have to basically, every game from here on out is a must-win game. And when I'm looking at the different teams, even in division, I'm looking at the Steelers possibly having a playoff berth. Well, no, they're having a playoff berth at 11-0. You look at the Titans, you look at the Browns, you look at the Bills, you look at the Colts. It's a lot of teams that's in the AFC division that can really make the playoffs. So, and you got to look at the Chiefs as well. So when you're looking at Dallas season is basically over. They've had their high. Basically when they beat the Minnesota Vikings, and now it's probably going to go downhill from here. The saving grace in this, you're playing Dallas. Even though they have a lot of talent on the defensive side of the ball, their quarterback is nowhere near talented as Lamar Jackson is right now. I know Andy Dalton can throw the ball, this, that, and the third, but I don't think this is going to be one of those games where Dallas really gives them a challenge. If you could run the ball, like I know you can, Baltimore, run the ball. Make it sweet and simple. If you don't like the play call, Lamar Jackson, audible out, make a different play call, do what you have to do to win the game. At the end of the day, this talented roster in Baltimore is too talented not to have made the playoffs this year. In a year where you have a lot of surprises, a lot of good teams, a lot of so-so teams, you are one of the teams that has more talent on it in the NFL than a lot of other teams. When you look at the defensive side of the ball, you have the corners. You have a pretty good pass rush. I know you lost your best offensive left tackle, but you have to make do with what you can. Everybody is having injuries throughout this part of the year, and this is where the dogs eat in the NFL. This is where you pull through and make that playoff push. So I'm picking the Baltimore Ravens to win this one. I think Lamar Jackson will get his game on track this week. I know that he'll put a valiant effort forward. It's going to be one of those games where he puts up probably a lot of rushing yards, but you have to do what you have to do, Lamar. This is your time. Baltimore Ravens fans, get in the comment section. I'm picking you to win this game. Dallas Cowboys, get in the comment section as well. Tell me your predictions. Definitely check out the rest of the archive we have for Sports Choice Plus for all the breakdowns and all the videos. And we thank you so very much. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next week.